League Women Final Four, and we're getting ready to see the final game, Nadezhda Orenburg against UMMC Ekaterinburg, an all-Russian affair. If you want to follow it in the social media, Twitter perhaps, it's hashtag EuroLeague Women, and give us your comments. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Betty Cebrian de España, the former Spain international and longtime player, and I'm sure that, Betty, you could still come out and play this game. Do you want to correct me with something?
Are you kidding me? No, seriously, this physical level,
But you played at this physical level for a long time. How good are these teams that we've been watching? I mean, has this been a strong EuroLeague Women campaign, do you think?
I think yeah, because the game is improving in the way of more physical players, more multitasking players. This is, I think, the difference from 10 years ago and now. No, the players, you cannot play that level if you only do one thing. So you have to control many things if you want to be at that level, and that's what the women's game is now. No, you have to be very good on defense, on offense, read the game tactically, very good player. So you need to do so many things. No way for me.
Well, you know, looking at these two teams, Nadezhda and Ekaterinburg, Nadezhda really did, I guess, kind of spoil the party, so to speak. They beat the host Fenerbahce 74-68 on Friday, 2 days ago. And Ekaterinburg kind of got revenge from last year's final defeat, beating USK Prague 78-72. Now, if you just look at the personnel with these two teams, you say this is Ekaterinburg's game to win. But we know it's not necessarily like that, is it? These two teams know each other very well. They play against each other in the Russian league. They played against each other in the EuroLeague Women already. And this team has really champions on both teams. You know that any team that's going to have Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, Alba Torrens, all the way down Natalia Vieru, you know, Diana Nola, Sancho Little, and, you know, for Ekaterinburg. And then you look at the other end and you see an outstanding talent like Joanna Bonner, who just seems to be taking her game to new heights. And you know that anything is possible.
Yeah, maybe there's a little less rotation, but in one game this is not a big issue because we are here. They just played one game on Friday. They rest yesterday, so now probably if Bonner needs to play 35 minutes, she will be able to play. So that's why to have a bigger or shorter rotation, it's not a key issue. Yeah.
Well, one thing that this Ekaterinburg team has as the teams go through warm-ups is, you know, a lot of front court players. I mean, they have outstanding backcourt players. They have, let's be honest, they have everything.
Everything.
They have absolutely everything. They have an embarrassment of riches with Brittany Griner starting up front, you know, one of the premier players in the world. They've got Emma Messiman coming off the bench, but Griner starts with Sancho Little here in the screen. Yeah. And those are two of the best players in the world. And you've got Messiman and Vieru, the Russian international. Messiman is the Belgian international, and she looks like she is getting ready to take off. There's Vieru, far right. Yeah. Olaf Lange on the right. And of course, Sandy Brondello over there, the dark hair, one of his assistants. Yeah. And the former Australian international. So even on the bench, they've got some big names.
Yeah.
But Nadezhda, well, what have they got to do to come out? I mean, they had a great start against Fenerbahce. Is the great start imperative in this game for them?
Well, yeah. First of all, I have to say about the coach from Nadezhda, the Spanish coach.
Roberto Iñiguez.
Roberto Iñiguez is the first time it's not her first time facing the final like this. He knows how to play and how to prepare the team. So. And
he's also won. He won the title with RUS Casares.
Yeah, so he knows how to create this chemistry in the team that they are ready for this game, and he's also good at the tactical part, and they know each other. So I expect a really exciting game.
What's really interesting is the players are introduced here. Ekaterinburg say that Fenerbahce just won the third-place game about an hour ago, and so at least they left their fans with a happy memory beating Prague. But here are the Ekaterinburg players coming out, and obviously Fenerbahce's fans thought that they would be watching, or at least hoped that their team would be in this final taking on Ekaterinburg or Prague. And with Nadezhda, they've got, talking about front court players coming out right now, Angelica Robinson. She's going to have a big role to play today. Belyakova in the backcourt as well is going to be hugely important for that team. And Duana Bonner, her versatility is very important. And Noikina was very important for Roberto Enriquez.
Yeah, I think Noikina is today a very important player because they have Brittany Griner, they have very big size inside, and Noikina, she's not such a big, strong girl, but she can intimidating in the way that she can block shots, she has long arms, and she did a good job in the Russian league when they beat Ekaterinburg that way. So I think she's one of the key players, because otherwise, if you don't stop the inside players, you have no chance to play that game.
They really have. When you look at Nadezhda, Orenburg, they have a team that has several players that get a lot of minutes. Anna Cruz played 35 minutes the other day, your fellow Spaniard. Kayla McBride, the former standout with Notre Dame. A lot of Americans that will be watching this will remember her. She played almost 35 minutes. Duana Bonner, there you see the referees. Manuel Mazzoni is in that refereeing crew. And here we have the Ekaterinburg roster. We've spoken about, we haven't even mentioned Olga Ardashina. I mean, this is how good they are. They've got so many, they've got terrific Russia internationals, veterans, and some of them don't really get that many minutes.
Yeah, and Alba Torrens, don't forget her. She also, on Friday, she was playing a little bit like content, you know, don't forcing shots, playing for the team, looking for Brittany Griner, and Diana Taurasi, she was on fire. So
they're going to start with Belyakova, Sancho Little, Alba Torrens, Taurasi, and Griner. So it's the same starting five as last time. What happened on Friday, though, was that Belyakova got a technical, it was a technical foul early on, and she was pulled out of the game and had a hard time getting back in. The Nadezhda roster, Angelica Robinson, Kirilova, obviously former Eurobasket Women MVP, number 9. Elena Baglova will come off and give some big minutes. Anoikina played big minutes the other night, 20, almost 25. Anyway, you've got Robinson, Kirilova, Cruz, McBride, and Bonner in that starting five. So I think you're right. I mean, you know, if there's an advantage that the Ekaterinburg have is the ability to bring starting quality off the bench. Roberto Enriquez, again, the coach that we spoke about, his first experience in women's basketball, he played professional basketball himself, and he took over RUS Casares in mid-season back in 2010, 2011. There's Olaf Lange, the German, and he's been at the helm for several years now with Ekaterinburg.
Yeah, for him it's more how to manage all these stars, no? He's more like how to distribute the roles of the stars. So this is another task that Roberto has. No? Roberto has leading 5 starters, and then the rest are rotation, and nobody has doubt about here. Here you have to deal with other egos and other things.
Well, Nikes, you know, as I was saying, he played professional basketball. He was in the Valencia basket setup, coaching-wise, and then he was offered the chance to coach RUS Casares, and he took full advantage leading into the EuroLeague women's title several years ago, replacing Nadezhda, in fact. So it's kind of a controversial decision at the time because RUS Casares was winning games. The management thinking that maybe they weren't getting the maximum out of the players. But anyway.
Yeah, and then you put somebody who's coming from the men's side that you say, okay, you never know how it's going to work.
It worked, and interestingly enough, as we have some stadium shots here, some of the fans, Nikes has admitted that he's kind of changed since that time. He came in really hard, straight, unyielding, and now he says he's learned to listen to his players, perhaps a little bit more relaxed, and really a lovely man. And his son, professional football player, Villarreal in Spain's La Liga, where he's with that team. So he's a real sportsman, and he didn't expect to be at Nadezhda. And George Dikalakis was at Nadezhda, and then he was offered the chance to come to Fenerbahce, and that opened the door for him to go to Nadezhda.
Yeah, when he arrived in Nadezhda, the team was done. So he just needs to put the different players on the right position and create the play, how to get the best of these players, and he did it. He's very good on that, and also as he did in last game on Friday, he also always has a plan A, what he's gonna run, but you always expect from him a plan B in case something is not going good, no? So that's what I like from him, that you always expect from him something, you know, and that he for sure has something to show today.
Good afternoon, or rather good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, folks. It's the final of the EuroLeague women, and it's just tipping off here in Istanbul, Turkey. Two teams that have come from Russia at this Final Four have made it to the final. It's Nadezhda Orenburg in the yellow, or gold, and taking on Ekaterinburg in the black and the orange. And long one from Diana Taurasi starts things off, and really there's no player better fit for this type of occasion than Diana Taurasi.
Yeah, Diana Taurasi on a mission of winning the title, and when she starts like this, then well, you need to work hard on her.
Well, these two teams know each other well. They play a lot, and Anna Cruz is going to have to rush one up. So not a good first possession, but Kayla McBride gets the long rebound.
Good job by Robinson touching the ball.
Anna Cruz. And in goes Robinson, and that was a very strong move against one of the premier players in the world, Brittany Griner.
Yeah, well, Griner, she has some fouls problems in the play in EuroLeague. Because compared to WNBA, no, she needs to adjust, so that's why she tried to avoid this contact.
Taurasi left open again, good! She has come out on fire, and that is not a good sign for Aniquez and Nadezhda.
But, okay, Nadezhda playing zone, 2-3 zone, but if you decide to play the zone, you really have to take care of Diana Taurasi, because she's the player who can score the three-point, and both shots were really not defended.
Kirilova on the baseline. Well, maybe she's going to come out and have a big game today. You know she's capable, and Nadezhda need everybody to step up and play big today.
So they keep the zone defense, 2-3 zone defense, but as I said.
Well, Griner goes up and misses the soft jumper, and Dewana Bonner gets the rebound. And this is a interesting matchup. Sancho Little going up against Dewana Bonner. And Bonner gets inside, puts it up and in, and draws the foul.
Good job by Dewana Bonner. Very good.
Look at this. Wondering how long it'll take her to get involved, and it's immediate, despite going up against one of the outstanding talents, possibly the best defensive player in that team, Sancho Little.
Yeah, absolutely. Sancho has an outstanding defensive skill. She can be everywhere. She can defend one-on-one, be on the help side. She's trying to be everywhere and block all the shots. So she's, for me, one of the best defending players.
She only makes the basket, though, and misses the free throw, so it's 6-all. I mentioned the referees, Manuel Mazzoni, Georgios Korsanidis of Greece, and Milan Nedovic of Slovenia are the referees for this game. And now found Kirilova, fouls her fellow Russian, Evgenia Belyakova. So Torrens gets it over to Little, and Little drops it through. Shooter's bounce, shall we say. She likes to come out and play in the big games as well.
She's a great competitor.
And she's also a former Eurobasket Women Champion, 2013. Oh, the long one from Kayla McBride.
They need the points from McBride. They are very important, these points for Nadezhda.
Interestingly, after their win, Nadezhda and the steal almost, no, they disrupt the pass. Dewana Bonner said, we wanted to play Ekaterinburg. Well, they got them the ball goes off Belyakova back over to Nadezhda. You know, they were like, listen, we know this team. We know what we have to do to win. And there's no fear factor, despite the fact that Ekaterinburg, over the years, have been one of the powerhouses in the women's game. You know, former champions, made it to the final last year. Cruz, and that was short, and Sancho Little flies in for the rebound. Cruz cut off Torrens. Sancho Little goes right at Bonner. Leaves her feet, passes out to Torrens. Now 6 on the shot clock. It's time to shake and bake. Oh, she has it taken away. And Cruz takes it right away from her fellow Spaniard and puts it up and in. And you can't get too cute in front of Anna Cruz, that's for sure.
Now you see, when they score Nadezhda, they play the 2-3 defense.
Inside to Griner, she puts it up and in. She absorbed the contact. Joanna Bonner, and the offensive rebound and put back by Kirilova.
Once again, they play 2-3 defense.
Bonner has just been terrific at this EuroLeague Women Final Four. And the ball goes out of bounds. Bonner thought it went off of Torrens. She comes from Alabama. Bonner. Played for Auburn, the Auburn War Eagles, the Tigers. Obviously a longtime player in the WNBA. And nice touch from Brittany Griner, but also longtime player in Europe. I mean, she's been with Nadezhda for several years. Brittany Griner. So she pulls Ekaterinburg to within 1. And Sancho Little takes it away. Now Diana Taurasi in the open floor, and she was fouled by Kirilova.
That was also a good tactical foul. She was raising her hand before.
We've seen Taurasi play for Spartak Moscow region, Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, Ekaterinburg. Do you think there's ever been as good a player as her in this competition?
Well, I saw so many good games from Diana Taurasi, honestly. I cannot choose one.
Well, there you go. The miss, and Sancho Little is tied up. It goes over to Nadezhda. I think we both agreed the other day that, you know, the real difference probably with most of these games is that when Taurasi is healthy and she's on the court, you give the advantage to her team, especially when she is surrounded with the type of talent that she is right now. I mean, to me, it's unthinkable that she's not going to play for the USA this summer in the Rio games. I think you can already write her name into the team.
Of course,
even though they haven't announced, they're not going to announce the squad for a while. Well, here comes Kayla McBride. It's another player trying to get in that USA team. She misses.
Nice cut by Zedic.
Absolutely, Zedic, who didn't play, or was kind of non-factor the other day, but a Russia international.
Yeah.
And Zedic probably thinks he needs to go a little bit deeper, but he knows which players match up well against this Ekaterinburg team. Taurasi tries to make the 3, the long rebound, and Kayla McBride knocks it away, but it ends up in the hands of Ardashina. She hands it to Griner, who goes up strong but misses. Griner gets it back, and this time she makes it.
She's so dominant. You know, you cannot. I think the reason why Roberto Íñiguez decided to put this zone defense is try to put more help people on the inside. You know, that she has somebody in front and behind, trying to change something because Griner is not used to play this zone defense.
What a play with McBride and Robinson. Robinson looked like she was going to go up, and then she handed it back off, I think, to McBride, who scored with the layup. So unselfish play.
Yeah, good defense by Jerry. And Ardashina lost the ball. I think this zone defense is working well for Nadezhda, because they need to think about where to pass, who. It's a good option.
if you're Griner, you don't want to pick up fouls
Yeah,
like this against Zedek.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of maybe a tough foul on Griner.
Yeah, I think she still needs to adjust.
Control herself a bit.
Sorry?
Control herself a little.
Yeah, because she's used to play hard and strong, and in the WNBA you know that there is more contact allowed, so she still needs to adjust.
You're looking at some big-time talent on the board, no doubt about it. Cruz, her stock has really gone up the last couple of years. She's got the ball. Now Robinson, and passes it back outside to Zedek, and the lefty misses, and Duana Bonner goes in and gets it up and puts it up and misses. And Taurasi, ball goes out of bounds over to Nadezhda. Taurasi is trying to say that she got hit, but I don't think that was the case. Watch this, she's chasing it.
And Nadezhda is doing very well the offensive rebound. All the players, they are fighting for the offensive rebounds, and that gives them second chances that are very like this one. You know?
Well, the second opportunity ends with Anna Cruz knocking down the jump shot. Messerman in the game. She had the ball, hands it off. And Taurasi talking to the referee, saying, watch the hand checking. Also into the game is Kristen Tolliver.
I think Messerman is a good option for the zone defense because she's very good, a very good player reading where is the spot to cut, where to, you know, she's used to play zone defense and she's very good on that. So it's a good, I think it's a good option. See, she cut and she opened the spot for.
Well, Rodney Griner challenges, Robinson goes out of bounds, but is able to get it over to Bonner. And right now, you know, Nadezhda look like the team to beat. Beglova into the game as well. Zedek rather, goes baseline, and her pass intercepted by Tolliver.
Too risky pass.
And Zedek, giving a hard time to Taurasi, and I think Taurasi has gotten away with one there. I mean, you cannot throw your elbow like that. Watch this.
Roberto Iñiguez, so look at him.
I think referees haven't called it. They've shown the restraint.
Diana Taurasi, she's used to have players like this guarding her, you know, trying to.
It wasn't a sharp elbow. I mean, it was more of a kind of a.
Yeah, but you have to control yourself because
I've seen it called for less.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Ardashina. And Taurasi on target. The one thing about Taurasi is if you get under her skin, if you start to irritate her, make her mad, she will make you pay.
Yeah, this is not the kind of player that will go out because of this situation. Even if sometimes she had some technical foul,
she will
but
thrive.
She still was able to compete and to be into the game.
Ardashina gets it over to Messerman.
So now they play one-on-one. After missing shots, they play one-on-one. After scoring, they play zone.
So Griner now goes up against Robinson, and Griner and Zedek trying to keep Ardashina off the glass, but
very
unsuccessful.
Very good job from Ardashina. It's also one of her abilities to go into the offense.
Messerman puts it up, and Bonner with the board. Less than 30 seconds to go in the first quarter as Nadezhda on top by 2. Beglova gets it over to Bonner. And Bonner sets her feet, misses. 7 seconds left. They got to find Taurasi. Where is she? She's trailing. And they had a foul to give. So Zedek wisely fouled Ardashina.
Good foul.
And that's the kind of play that really, you know, Makes a difference. Well, they're going to have to try to find Taurazi. Could backfire, actually, if they get it to Taurazi. Well, they get it to Tolliver, who's open. And Nadezhda doesn't even attempt. Well, she does in the end, but flings it up, but well after the shot clock or the game clock expires. So 19-17, Nadezhda Orenburg winning the EuroLeague Women Battle of Russian Teams this final. They're winning it 19-17 over UMMC Ekaterinburg.
Very interesting first quarter. All teams really focus on concentrating and knowing exactly what they need to do. I think Ekaterinburg maybe with this 2-3 zone, they needed a couple of minutes to adjust. Now they put more, let's say, players who can read the game, who tactically are more organized. So I think now they are getting knowing where to put the ball on these 2-3 zones. So it's going to be a tough game.
Well, the shooting percentages favor right now Nadezhda from inside the arc, but from beyond the arc, Ekaterinburg got 3 3-pointers, and Taurazi has been knocking them down from the arc. Nadezhda, you know, we talked about the front line of Ekaterinburg, but it's Nadezhda that's out rebounding them almost double, 12-7. And really, Inika's seems like he's got the game going at the pace and the rhythm that he wants. You know, we haven't seen Alba Torrens become a factor. She wants to get out and run, and Taurazi can play that way as well. She'd like to get out and run. So I don't know, you know, will they be able to quicken the tempo against this Nadezhda team?
Well, for the moment, what I said, when you play 2-3 defense, you have to risk in one position. So I think Roberto Iñigo decided, okay, we risk it a little bit with Diana Taurazi to shot, but we need to be consistent in the inside and you know, and at one time, and you have to follow the plan. And they are winning at the moment, so that's why the plan was not so bad. But now we need to see, because now they changed Greiner, so probably they will not use this zone defense. I don't think so. They are man-to-man.
But they could change it up. Tolliver drives in, puts it up, and Beglova didn't even go for the block. So she ties it at 19, Tolliver.
Oh.
And the expectation from Robinson was that Cruz was going to try to go back door, and Cruz just popped back out. Vieru hands it off, so you got the Messiman and Vieru, and that tandem really did work for Ekaterinburg on Friday in the semifinal. Tolliver puts up another jumper, and Duana Bonner with the rebound. Jedek doesn't hesitate, good! And the 3-pointer pushes the lead back to 22-19.
Zone, yeah, they're still playing the zone. Offensive by Vieru.
And the foul turns it back over. And Torrens right now, I mean, it wasn't necessarily like it was out of the flow to make the pass, but she did have the open jumper.
It's a good moment for Anoikina.
So Anoikina and
Vieru.
Yeah.
And each other. Similar player.
So you might see Bonner help out more down low. Another foul called. And I'd say right now this game is certainly from Nadezhda's standpoint going according to plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Taurazi picks up the foul.
They play the, also Ekaterinburg is using the 2-3 zone now.
No, Bonner's pass was not good.
No.
But it was knocked away by Vieru. Now Taurazi gets into the lane.
No, it was before. It was clearly before. Follow another here.
You got Torrens, drives in, puts it up, and looking aggressively at the basket, but comes away with nothing. Now McBride pulls up, puts it up, and in. Kayla McBride. She's looked better today offensively.
Yeah. But yesterday she played good at the end.
Yeah, she was just, she didn't force it the other day.
She was very patient, waiting for her option, and then she used it, and it was important for her.
Bonner, and Bonner hits the jump shot, and Olaf Longa has seen enough. He calls the timeout.
Wow, and Nadezhda playing really, really well. I think they are moving the ball really well.
That's the key, isn't it? I mean, we saw Prague having some success with their ball movement the other day, at least in the first half, against Ekaterinburg. And really, you know, it's not so much that Nadezhda are winning 26-19, it's that they're winning comfortably. 26-19.
Very well, but they are shooting alone because they are moving the ball really well, and they are finding the best player with an extra pass. So nothing to say. They don't need to change anything. Also defense, they have a plan, and that's what I like from this team. They have a plan, and they will change it if they need it. But okay, you have to risk it, 1 3-pointer from Nadezhda here there. But okay, nobody get nervous.
Clearly, if it's going to happen for Ekaterinburg, it needs to happen first on the defensive end. And with that in mind, Little and Greiner come back into the game. And we'll see what influence their re-entry has on the contest.
For sure they will, for sure. Because Sanchez, we spoke before, she's outstanding player on defense and really very good player in defense, but also on offense, and they need her.
So zone, yep, being employed right now by Nadezhda. Sancho Little looks for the open teammate. It's going to be Torrens, and she was off. Alba Torrens, the former EuroLeague Women Final Four MVP. Now it's Cruz.
WNBA champion.
WNBA champion, yep. And the ball goes off of Cruz. Good call by the referee. I just said that because he's close to me.
Yeah.
No, it was.
You saw it very
well.
much.
A little bit closer than I realized on the replay there. Sancho Little taking the jump shot. And that is a huge play.
I think there was a miscommunication between the Bonner and Anoikina because she was late. Yeah.
And good call by the ref.
Now Ekaterinburg playing the zone. Playing the zone.
And the shot. And Little with the rebound. Oh, and she doesn't score with a putback. McBride goes the other way.
Foul on Beliakova.
So Anna Cruz brings it up, and Nadezhda still with a 26-22 lead. Jedic from the corner. And a foul has been called. So,
third team foul.
We saw the play by Sancho Little, but right now, the Nadezhda holding, remaining stable. and not showing any signs of panic. Anoikina playing big minutes. Boy, these are some of the biggest minutes she'll play all year against Brittany Griner. Alba Torrens goes down the lane, puts it up, and is denied. Anoikina.
And once again, Sancho Little on the steal.
Yep, makes a play defensively.
Yeah. Oh, offensive.
An offensive foul. Did you see an elbow, or did she fling her?
No, she was using her upper body, but she's so strong and so big that, you know, Anoikina was... Yeah.
I don't like that. But
I don't like, because, you know, you are killing her, and then...
I mean, she can't help it if she's a big, strong player.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? All she was doing was... She wasn't even necessarily posting up. She was just like...
Yeah, and I'm sure Raina is not enjoying the game, because she always has to think about, I cannot do this because they will call me offensive foul. She always has to play with the break, you know?
And the ball goes off of Anoikina, but Bonner gets it back. Now Sancho Little takes it away. Over to Taurasi. She tries to make the quick pass, but Cruz takes it away, and then Little bats it around. The ball's flying around like a pinball. Cruz gets it to Kayla McBride. Good! And she is fouled by Evgenia Belyakova. Goodness gracious.
Great shot from McBride.
She has really come out firing today, Kayla McBride.
Yeah.
And I think she got her with the body after the release. And with that...
And Nadezhda is scoring everything, you know. They are also, you pass to the player who is... You do the extra pass, but you need to score, and they are scoring everything.
Well, McBride now has a game-high 10, 11 points. And it clearly, the thing that gets me about it is, it doesn't, you know, they seem comfortable. They get it to Little, she passes out to Messerman. And now they've got a little bit of a, what is it, a matchup zone?
No, they played it.
Well, Duana Bonner in the lane, and Messerman scores. Just a little bit of a switch. And now McBride. And Duana Bonner gets inside, scores with ease. So Taurazi's out of the game. And her team's down by 8. Torrens. Oh boy, that was an altered shot, sensing the block. And Brondello gets up and tells Langa, get Taurazi back in the game.
Alba Torrens, she didn't find her place in the game. Alba Torrens is not, you know, from what I've seen in this Final Four, is not the same player that... Yeah, the thing is that you need to adjust your game to Ekaterinburg. So you are surrounded by so many stars. So she has to adjust a little bit. But actually she's coming from the Russian League and she scored 25 points. So both games she scored 25 points, and they play Kursk, I think, I cannot remember, but it was not an easy game and she played really great. So.
Well, it's a 10-point lead for Nadezhda. And Belyakova and Sancho Little, there's a mismatch there. If Messerman wants to get rid of the ball, she just decides to take it. And Sancho Little was like Beglova all over me to the referee, but Sancho Little thought she had an opportunity there, but Messerman took it all the way.
Messerman, she's so young and so talented.
Anna Cruz over to Bonner, and Beglova saved it in bounds to Belyakova. Now Tolliver goes behind her back. She takes the contact, and Robinson fouls. The foul going to be on Robinson? I guess it is.
It's a body, but
so the first one's good. Second one, however, is not, but Messerman knocks it over to Little. She passes back outside. Taurasi misses the three, and the ball ends up with Kayla McBride. Here comes McBride. Hands it off to Baglova. Beautiful fast break by Nadezhda.
well, McBride for me is
Boy, she is sensational today.
player from, yeah. He's doing everything, and also
And look at Bonner. She reaches in, takes it away, puts it up and in. What control on the break. And yet another timeout called by Ekaterinburg.
this defense is really hard for Ekaterinburg because they cannot play the mechanism that they are used to play, these pick and rolls and this stuff. This zone is you know, they need to think about where to put the ball, where are my teammates. You know, it's not, you cannot do the mechanism and then you feel like lost on the ball. It's not easy. It's not easy. And,
You gotta move it, and then we gotta make
let's
plays.
see, because I think Roberto, he will not change anything.
You miss that penalty, you gotta kill.
Well, now you know why Duana Bonner said she wanted to play Ekaterinburg. You know, sometimes you think, well, be careful what you wish for. I guess there's a sense of familiarity with how they play, and they just they've looked comfortable from the very get-go. Even when Ekaterinburg has been able to cut the gap, Nadezhda have, as you said, they've stuck with the game plan, and here they are, racing into an 11-point lead with 2:40 to go in the first half. And for me, looking at some of the looks on the faces of the Ekaterinburg players, it's kind of like, what can we do? As they came over to the bench.
They don't feel comfortable on the court because of this zone, but because they change every time. So I think if they score, they play zone. If they don't score, they play man-to-man.
And Taurasi drives down the lane, tries to make something happen. And Cruz loses it. I don't know if Little forced that turnover. And nice drive from Taurasi, gets it to Messerman. And Messerman is fouled, so she will go to the free throw line. And for the second game in a row, I've got the ball. There you go. So Messerman is at the line. She's not short of confidence, that's for sure. Deanna Nolan has come into the game, you know, so what do you think her insertion means for Longa and Ekaterinburg? What are they trying to achieve? Just looking for a spark? She's a veteran presence. She's a high flyer. Baglova wide open. Here she comes up at the top. Oh, they find Anoikina inside, and right now they are just playing with so much confidence.
But also Ekaterinburg is playing now the zone, this 2-3, but you see how the way that Nadezhda is moving the ball is
well, Baglova just took it straight away from Taurasi. Anoikina has it in the lane. She goes up and called for the travel. And look at Iniguez is applauding his team for pushing the ball up the floor quickly and trying to get the easy basket in transition. I didn't see it either, but doesn't matter what we see.
because she's big and she was a bit slowly maybe putting the ball on the floor, but she did.
Yep. Tolliver open, buries a three-pointer.
Well, there was also miscommunication because Ana Cruz was guarding Diana Taurasi and she cannot move and guard Tolliver at the same time.
EuroLeauge back in the game. She's got the ball. Here's Robinson. Taurazi with the rebound. I think Enriquez might ask for a timeout.
Yeah, he's asking.
Because that was a quick shot by Robinson.
He's asking.
Taurazi drives in, Griner with the rebound, put back. 7 points now. The deficit facing Ekaterinburg. Enriquez has seen enough. With 1:03 remaining, they don't want all of the good work to be undone here in the last stages of this first half.
Sloppy, okay? Emma,
Well, 1 minute to go.
greedy, doesn't matter.
They had a couple
Either
of
side.
mistakes, let's say like this, because but the team still concentrate and they don't need to change it.
On a pick and roll. Evil hang here. This gone
To be
from
concentrated
corner.
this last minute.
Come up, pick and roll. Gets open.
Alone. 2 for alone. Okay? Yes?
Well, we really haven't seen, you haven't gotten the feeling that Ekaterinburg have any type of advantage in the game anyway. Not inside, not outside.
No.
And it's really astonishing.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. The players on the floor for Ekaterinburg and also on the bench. And they run into a team that's executing the game plan.
But basketball is all about teamwork, team chemistry, and these are the things that are also very, very important. I will not say with that Ekaterinburg doesn't have this, but for the moment they need to find this kind of chemistry on the court.
You think Nadezhda may be loose because nobody expected them to be here? It could be that they don't have the pressure because nobody expected them to even make it to the Final Four.
So this for sure. They came here as the underdogs, so they for sure
Well,
they are playing without pressure. This for sure.
Kirlova misses. And now Tolliver, who's looked pretty good at times, and she puts it up. And the ball batted by Griner, but over into the hands of Kirlova. Now, it's about an 8-second differential on the game clock and the shot clock. Will they put it up early? And no, they will not. Oh, traveling called on Kayla McBride.
Okay, that was a little bit too forced.
So I'm guessing Ekaterinburg will try to hold it for one shot. Jenna Nolan, 8 seconds now, 7, 6, 5. Taurazi gets inside, puts it up, misses, gets it back. And Nadezhda Orenburg, Nadezhda means hope in Russia. Well, they've got plenty of hope.
Yeah.
They are leading at 40-33 at halftime.
I didn't know that. That's a good name.
And the lights are going out for the halftime show.
I think they do the video mapping for the EuroBasket women, I think. Yeah, exactly. The launch of the logo for the EuroBasket women in Czech Republic is gonna come now.
EuroBasket women
2017.
Well, I love coming to Turkey, but I've got to tell you, my memories of the Czech Republic are good. Brno, Prague, Ostrava.
It's a basketball country, so
it is. They hosted the World Championship in 2010. And obviously, they've given European basketball a lot over the years in terms of players. We've seen Hanna Horakova here, Eva Vitechkova. And anyway, so that'll be a great EuroBasket women, no doubt. So certainly the lights are out. It's not like it's a power outage. So in terms of Ekaterinburg, are they going to the changing room or the locker room right now nervous? Like, uh-oh.
Of course a little bit, because
we've caught Nadezhda on the wrong day.
Not because they are losing by 7 points, because they don't feel themselves on the court, you know, they are. So let's see the launch of the logo.
Okay, so you can see, here it is. It's about ready to come up. The anticipation builds. could be a lighting issue. I'm not sure if we're going to see it. But there is a basketball in the middle of the emblem.
This is the new logo for the EuroBasket. It's really beautiful, but you cannot see it on the
Here we go, a little bit better. So there you see June 16th to June 25th, 2017. It'll be a little bit shorter. Or in fact, it'll be a lot shorter than the last EuroBasket women. And it says
Czech Republic is waiting for you is the message.
And the fans are seeing pictures of the Czech Republic.
On Prague, the final round will be in Prague, and I'm really excited.
There you can see. Now there you can see the logo and the presentation. So anyway, if you're a fan of women's basketball, that'll be a good thing to go to, without question. We've seen some good EuroBaskets women over the years.
Yeah, Czech Republic is also doing a great job in the promotion of the EuroBasket. They started the promotion plan here with the launch of the logo, but they have plenty of activities in the plan for different tournaments, events. So they are running a really good promotion.
Okay, well, Nadezhda holding Ekaterinburg to 37% shooting inside the arc there, you can see. So defensively, I think, and also from a rebound, you know, they've got
this is something
a lot
really,
more rebounds.
Yeah, this is something surprising. Having Greiner, Sancho, Messeman, and Vieru.
And you've also got despite the 10 turnovers for Nadezhda, I think, you know, some of that is because they're really trying to push the ball up the floor in transition. So it's 40-33. It's Nadezhda Orenburg, perhaps closing in on the most famous moment in the history of the club, a EuroLeague women title. They've still got 20 hard minutes to play. And make sure you're here watching as the second half starts. So in the meantime, you and I are going to quickly get a coffee perhaps and go check some stats. Okay, we'll be right back, and you be sure you're here to watch. Well, 40-33 is the halftime score. Nadezhda Orenburg on top of UMMC Ekaterinburg here in the final of the EuroLeague Women. And boy, would that be a tough pill to swallow for Ekaterinburg if they were to lose this game. We know they have they've lost some tough games at the end of the year in this competition, but to lose to Nadezhda, that might be the toughest pill to swallow of all, even though they wouldn't be at home, because listen, you know, everybody knows that they're the favorites, the big spenders in Russia, and Dynamo Kursk as well, another team I know that has invested a lot in their team, and they, you know, here we are, we've got another team from Russia, Nadezhda, which is kind of stealing the limelight, so to speak, but there's a long way to go. There's still 20 minutes, and if you know, if Ekaterinburg can turn this thing around, it'll be a famous, I guess you'd have to say it'll be a famous win for them in their history. But as it stands right now, Nadezhda Orenburg on the cusp of a great victory, and Roberto Iñiguez is suddenly a coach that could possibly win this competition twice in what, 5 years? I mean, that's quite a statement, isn't it?
So yeah, of course, but okay, here is a matter of budget, I think, you know, although I think Nadezhda, they have big budgets, of course, but Ekaterinburg is, I think, doubling, so that's why, I think that's why they lost such games like Prague last year, that at one time, you know, the owner of the club of you have to say, okay, that's enough. I can understand one mistake, but
oh, I mean, I'm not suggesting anything.
No.
I'm not suggesting anything like that, but
we hope not. But
you know, it's just one of these things where, you know, you see some of the Fenerbahce players coming out and checking out the action. But anyway, I mean, I think you got to celebrate the fact that you've got, if you're a Russian basketball fan, that you do have two teams. If you're an international basketball fan, you got to be excited because you see a lot of international basketball players out here in this final. Gosh, if you're Spanish, you've got cause to be happy, to be sad. I mean, you've got, I'm trying to think which nationalities might we not have out here. I know Sandrine Gruda plays for Ekaterinburg, but she's injured and isn't able to play right now. You've got top USA internationals playing for this Ekaterinburg team. Gosh, I mean, maybe Duana Bonner. I know that she hasn't played for the USA in Olympics before. Maybe she's playing herself into position for a shot in that team. I mean, why not? You know, I mean,
for sure, this is a platform for her. You know, so
and Kayla McBride as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, those are decisions that we'll make. We're just, you know, just casual conversation. Certainly, I know it's almost impossible to break in that USA team. They got so much talent. Anyway, Cruz. And Cruz misses the shot. She'll be hoping to play for Spain at the Olympics. Maybe this is now the turnaround for Torrens and Ekaterinburg. Torrens has been a non-factor, and you're talking about a former MVP in this Final Four. So maybe it's time for her to step up and start doing something. She's going to drive in. She's going to make the pass. It's going to be read by Kirilova, knocked out of bounds with 7 on the shot clock. She was trying to get it to Taurazi.
I tell you, never underestimate Torrens. I can tell you.
Okay, well, let's see it.
Let's see it, I hope.
Well, here comes Torrens going up against Cruz, and Torrens puts it up off the rim. Bonner couldn't grab the ball, so she knocked it outside. Now Sancho Little gets it to Greiner, and Greiner passes to Sancho Little.
That was a nice cut from Sancho Little.
Kirilova runs the baseline, formerly Delina Kina, and she got married. Now the rebound by Torrens. And you can see Olaf Langa telling Torrens to push it. He's like, this is what you do well. Get it up there quickly.
Exactly.
Greiner gets it outside to McBride. And Duana Bonner runs the floor, absorbs the contact and scores.
Foul.
And really, yeah, I mean, Ekaterinburg fortunate to get away with not giving up the foul there. Taurazi. Sancho Little with the rebound and the putback.
That's why Sancho Lido is so important, because she's this player who balances all the mistakes, you know? Yeah, she's always there.
Kayla McBride over to Robinson. And a little bit of a cringe look over on the sidelines from Iniguez.
Well, Ana Cruz, she knows that you cannot leave Alba Torrens playing on the court.
If Torrens starts to feel it and starts to have the ball in her hands and starts attacking the basket, that's when we're going to see.
But the coast to coast, she likes the coast to coast, but they are stopping her with these tactical fouls, and then she didn't find her rhythm, no?
Well, the drive that time from Torrens, and she was denied. Kayla McBride, and I'm not sure she did the right thing there. She challenged Griner, but Sancho Little stepped out of bounds, or had her foot out of bounds. She got the ball. Watch this. Kayla, you cannot challenge Brittany Griner. I'm sorry.
Well, she was laughing afterwards because she said, okay, no, this is not the way.
Well, the ball goes out of bounds. Another opportunity for Ekaterinburg. Suddenly, really for the first time, Nadezhda
It's not feeling comfortable.
Yeah, not turning on all cylinders here. I wouldn't be surprised if Finika's got a timeout. Belyakova has her ball hit by Kirilova. Sancho Little gets inside, goes up.
That's good. Good move.
And now the lead is just 3 points.
Well, the timeout will come.
Cruz has the ball. She's going to go to right at Belyakova, gets inside, and she had nowhere to go. And Cruz fouls Belyakova.
Wow. Roberto is waiting. He looks at the scoreboard and he says, okay, let's wait a little bit.
So instead of calling a timeout, makes a substitution, takes Cruz out and brings in.
Well, Ana Cruz needs to rest also a little bit because she's also playing on defense, full court defense, and
well, Baglova's been impressive since she comes into the game, and she's got the assignment of Taraji.
yeah.
Now Torrens, she goes right at Robinson, puts it up and in.
Yeah, that's what she needs.
And Iniguez does call a timeout. Ekaterinburg has outscored Nadezhda 8-2 here. And start the second half. Here's Torrens again.
Yeah, that's what she needs. A couple of these, and then she will be in the game.
42-41.
We want everybody in the paint. I want 5 plays. No layups. No more times. Okay. We gotta get in the game. Okay. Making layups. Okay, guys. I want everybody. Everybody working in the paint. She always doing the same. Okay. Enough is enough.
I don't think he is going to change a lot the plan, you know. I think he's just trying to keep the things calm, and you know that they understand the goal, that what they want to follow, the plan that they need to follow. So I think I don't expect him to change, because for the moment they're still 1 point up. So
Okay, so 6.5 minutes remaining. So Baglova brings it up the court. And hands it over to Bonner. Now Baglova. It's Kayla McBride. Got it. That was big. Seems okay now.
McBride 13 points.
Well, that was a huge basket, but now they've got to get a stop at this end. And Torrens showing signs of coming to life. Belyakova. 8 on the shot clock. Left open. Torrens. And the rebound. Out. To Baglova. Torrens was wide open. Oh, Kayla McBride tried watching there?
Well, Alba was guarding her on the three-point line, and she read it very well, and then she went backdoor.
Now Shirlova fouls Taurasi outside. I mean, from a positive standpoint for Nadezhda, they haven't really gotten Taurasi going.
Yeah. Well.
It sounds strange. It sounds like I'm in a tunnel or something. Taurasi open.
Oh, blocked.
From Joanna Bonner, but she gets it back.
Oh, traveling.
Oh, and a travel.
That's a pity. It was so beautiful.
Watch this again. Bonner obviously knows Taurasi well.
What? Traveling?
I'm not seeing that either. Although we did see a travel called on Anoikina in the first half by Nadezhda. Taurasi didn't really complain, but it didn't seem like he traveled. Okay, McBride. Well, McBride, you can see that she feels it, and she puts up another one. The McBride factor. McBride playing with pride and talent. She's got 17, a game high.
She's taking the role from Bonner on Friday. No?
Well, Belyakova from the right corner. Griner. They find Taurasi wide open. It's on line, but not long enough. You can see that McBride is feeling it.
Yeah.
Here's McBride going up against Taurasi. Bounce pass to Robinson.
Oh,
what a
really
play!
nice.
She's doing it all right now. Kayla McBride.
And now they play one-on-one. Roberto is I think every time he's calling the defense with one or two.
Well, Little now just outside the line, and Robinson with the rebound, and all of a sudden, Ekaterinburg, who were so close.
The rim is close for Ekaterinburg.
Now it's a 9-point lead. Three-point attempt is good. Joanna Bonner, and right now, alarm bells starting to ring back in Ekaterinburg, Russia. Their rivals, Nadezhda, on top 53-41. 3:44 remain in the third quarter.
You see here, she was looking for a teammate to come and play the one-on-one. Nobody was coming, and she said, okay, I shot.
Well, all I can say is, wow.
Wow.
Bonner,
is
she closing in on MVP honors? Either she or McBride?
We will wait. Let's wait, because it was still.
I mean, we've seen Ekaterinburg get close, but they are going to have to do something now, because you just feel like Nadezhda are just so mentally strong, don't you?
Yeah. Well, if you count both games or only the final for the MVP, I don't know this, but for sure Bonner is a candidate.
Well, Bonner has 15 points now.
Right, 17, but Bonner scored 20 in the semi-final. Let's check.
Yeah, she was up there. Crashed. Call back up. Well, pass outside to Taurasi. And inside it goes, and Deanna Nolan puts it up and in with the reverse. Now Kayla McBride, and it was Nolan that had her hands on her.
But now they are looking back for McBride. They set up the two screens for her, and
okay, so Bonner had 20 points, 8 rebounds
on Friday,
and a couple of assists the other day in the win over Fenerbahce, and right now she's got 15 points. McBride didn't have a bad game at all. She had 12 points, 5 rebounds.
Offensive foul.
Offensive foul indeed.
On Jedi.
3:08 remaining. Jedic with 3 fouls, as you see, and 14 fouls now on Nadezhda in this third quarter. And the read by McBride. And then Tolliver, excellent play by her to get it back. Now they've actually, it looked like they reset the shot clock. I'm not sure they were supposed to. I guess they say she already had possession.
Oh. Ball for Orenburg.
The ball does go over to Nadezhda. But McBride's playing out of her skin right now. She's been terrific.
Yeah.
Looking at her numbers during the year, 12.9 points, 3.5 rebounds. She has had some big games, no doubt about it. 18 points in their first win over Kursk in the playoffs. Now, Miglova. Gets it over to Robinson. Messerman. And they get the stop.
That was a good defense.
They need the good defense right now.
Yeah.
Tolliver. He was looking just for a little bit of daylight to launch a little shot. Nolan stays in the corner, and now Bonner reaches over, and yet again.
But you have to call an unspot. Yeah.
Now,
Roberto Iniguez is
unbelievable.
But you need to call this.
Yeah, you do, because, okay, she does this.
Here you have it.
And look at Bonner. They're not going to call the unsportsmanlike, though. They're just going to call the foul. So, and Bonner looks over to say, that's an unsportsmanlike, but, you know, we've seen Anna Cruz take the ball away from Taurasi, and now we've seen Tawana Bonner take the way away from Taurasi. Sorry, we saw Cruz take away from Torrance. Bonner online, it was long, and that allows Taurasi now to have it in the open floor. She has to slow up next to McBride behind the back pass from her knees. Deanna Nolan travels.
Nolan is...
And there are genuine looks of concern over on the bench for Ekaterinburg. They had some pretty big time celebrations after their win on Friday because Prague came back and made a real game of it in the fourth quarter. And here they are now. They're going to have to launch a comeback themselves. They're down 10. Bonner, 7 on the shot clock. Jedic goes behind her back. Oh, what is that? Off the top of the backboard. You have got to find your teammate. Now Tolliver. Over to Messerman. He gets in the lane. Oh, beautiful move, but doesn't finish. But Sancho Little, you know what? If there's a ball anywhere close to her near that basket, she's going to get it and put it up and in. And that's what she does. She boxes out Jedic.
If you see Sancho, she scored, how many points she scored now?
Well, she's starting to get up there.
13 points, but you have the feeling that she has to fight for this point, you know? They don't look to her.
She's getting those garbage points.
Yeah.
You're right, but actually she's fighting for it.
Yeah.
14 points now, she's leading Ekaterinburg.
Rossi got these three pointers at the beginning of the game, and
that's it.
That's it.
And we saw Torrance come to life when they made the comeback. Nadezhda kind of weathered the storm, and here they are. Taurasi does have the 9 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. But the only thing that matters is the numbers of the scoreboard. There's Little, great block and steal, gives it to Taurasi, and now Taurasi has 11 points.
She's so big on defense. She's so good.
Little Important plays, important contributions from her here in the third quarter.
10 seconds.
Final seconds ticking off here in the third quarter. They make the pass to Bonner. What a play! Cruz with the assist. Bonner, nevertheless, had to come up with a very difficult finish, and she did. Boy, Bonner has been utterly sensational.
So she's stepping forward to the MVP now.
Yeah, 57-48, and right at the buzzer, Taurasi misses it. And a look at disdain from Taurasi over at that Nadezhda bench. And, you know, defensively, you would think is where this game is going to have to be changed, whether it's full court pressure, whether it's something. They've got to roll the dice. I don't know if it means, you know, they're talking about it, the brain trust over there on the Ekaterinburg bench.
Yeah, they need to change something.
But the problem is, if you come out and press, they've got Cruz, they've got Kayla McBride, they could have Baglova.
Yeah, but Cruz is not a pure point guard. You know, all her career she was playing two positions. Now Roberto Iñiguez, he put she on the point guard, but she's not a pure, and she has problems.
But the advantage is they've got Bonner, and she handles the ball pretty well.
Oh, but then you put also, you know what I mean? You have to risk it in one point, but for sure you have, and they did it some minutes of the game. They put somebody on Anna Cruz, they steal some balls. This is something that you have to read and you have to do for sure.
I mean, if I'm Ekaterinburg, I have Taurasi, Tolliver, Torrens in the game, players that can chase the ball, Nolan perhaps, and Sancho Little, and just go for it.
Maybe you are missing the pure defenders in Ekaterinburg, because you have a big roster, big names, but not like you know, like Nadezhda has. You know, they have some players who are just the role pure defenders, and when you need them, you know they're gonna be ready. And you cannot ask now Diana Taurasi to play full court defense or Nolan. You know this. Well, you can ask them, but they will not be ready to do this all the game. And in Nadezhda, they have these specialized people who are going to do this dirty job.
But they're not going with that right now. They're going to stick with kind of the game plan. They're going to have basically two twin towers in Messerman and Greiner.
But you don't see a...
Ardashina has checked in, and you got Taurasi and Tolliver. So
and the zone stays.
And you've got Greiner, and thank goodness for Ekaterinburg that they've got a gifted center that has a soft touch that can hit the open jump shot. Because I didn't see any orange shirts underneath the glass for the rebound. Kirilova. Well, it's only a two-possession game if you think about it in terms of three-pointers, but Zedek puts it up, and there's Bonner keeping the ball alive. Now it's taken away by Tolliver. Messerman has it, puts it up and in. Well, what do we know? I mean, really, you know, two quick baskets by Ekaterinburg, no signs of panic. And Langa likes perhaps what he's done now. Maybe his team's gonna finally get some plays here in the fourth quarter going their way. Cruz. 7 on the shot clock. Zedek and Tolliver knocks it out of bounds. Yeah, in this situation, I think you've got to get McBride back in the game.
Yeah, just
I like the attitude of Zedek. She's positive.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, she's playing obviously with a lot of confidence, but the type of right now she's not the same player that she doesn't give you what McBride gives you. Here's Cruz, puts it up and rims out. And suddenly the door starts to open up just a little bit more for Ekaterinburg. Greiner inside, passes back out to Messerman.
Oh.
Taurasi has it, gets in the lane, puts up a difficult shot, and missed everything. Ardashina saves it in bounds to Greiner, and chaos underneath. Enriquez and Langa both asking for fouls. And now Brittany Griner's limping. Watch this.
Knee. Honey.
Well, really, I mean, no foul there, was there?
No, there was no foul.
And then Taurasi
Either.
just kind of took a off-balance, one-footed shot. She's going to try to walk it off. Now, they called a technical foul for complaining.
Oh, yeah.
Who was it on? Still waiting for the confirmation. And the miss, it's Tolliver with the rebound. Anyway, Ekaterinburg have it back, still trailing by 4. Messerman puts it up. Ardashina kept it alive, back to Tolliver. Long jump shot, good! 3-pointer, and now back to 1.
Now everybody's fighting for the rebound. So.
Technical foul. Yeah, it was a technical foul, but I'm not sure who it was called on. Anyway, that was what was the call. And over to Tolliver with 7.5 minutes remaining in Ekaterinburg. I'll tell you, it looked really bad for Ekaterinburg just 2.5 minutes ago, and look at them now. They can take the lead if they score. Griner hands it off to Messerman. Messerman misses, and Bonner brings it up the floor. And unsportsmanlike foul called against Ekaterinburg.
Yeah, Tolliver. I didn't see. Was it?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You cannot, in that situation, make that play, Tolliver.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Come on.
You know they're going to call that.
Even more if you are now 1 point behind and you are.
I think if Lunga were to see that, he would take her out. I mean, that's just like, you know, there's a tactical foul, which I don't like anyway.
No,
but you simply cannot grab a player by the jersey, chasing him. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike. And it's the type of thing that, you know, they've got everything going, momentum, everything else, and all of a sudden, you've given the other team 2 points in possession.
So you did a really good 3-pointer, and now you do this mistake.
That is a critical play. It could be critical.
Yeah.
We'll see how it pans out.
Still 7 minutes, but this for sure cut the reaction.
Oh, Cruz just threw it right into the hands of Messerman. And Kayla McBride chases back and commits the foul. So the damage wasn't quite as bad as it could have been. 3-point lead. McBride almost came up with a steal there.
Wow.
Taurasi into Griner. Griner goes up with the reverse layup. It's good.
Why they don't use her much?
Griner now. Quiet 12 points. McBride back outside. Joanna Bonner. Oh, she's going to launch one from way downtown and hits it. Are you kidding me? She brought rain. She was a good 2 meters behind the arc.
Wow.
61-57. If there are any doubts, Joanna Bonner with 23 points. But finally, Taurasi steps forward. The mercury is rising in the gym. Goodness gracious. Another one. Ah! Joanna Bonner taking
MVP.
Taking the game by the scruff of the neck. Into Messerman. Tolliver hands it over to Taurasi for three. What a shootout!
And the
64-63.
And the foul.
And the fans behind us, I mean, everybody right now is wide-eyed, mouths open,
Look at the
not believing it.
Fenerbahce players. They are just jumping on the chair and they're right here.
It's turned into a goal between Bonner and Taurasi. McBride now for three. Good!
Oh,
5 straight three-pointers.
oh wow.
Unbelievable. They are shooting lights out, 4:45 remaining. This is turning into a classic EuroLeague Women Final. Ardashina gets into Griner. Now Tolliver with 8 on the shot clock.
Foul.
And a foul, indeed, just the second team foul. But it's been quite an eventful last couple of minutes. Here's the foul. Yeah, 5 consecutive three-pointers. The last by McBride, and the jump shot no good. And now Cruz has it, and she gets it over to Baglova. Well, McBride again, and Anoakina battles Baglova for the ball and just takes it away. Battled her teammate Baglova for the ball.
That was a good decision.
Now Cruz drives in, puts it up high off the glass, almost the top of the backboard. And new life here for Ekaterinburg, and it's going to be Tolliver for three. I mean, for me, I have to say, you've had Taurasi just nail 2 threes. You have got to get her the ball.
Yeah.
She hasn't had a touch, I don't think, the last 2 times down.
Messerman, she shoot. I don't know. Well, it's not the best option now. To shoot the 3-pointer.
Boy, I tell you what, I knew McBride was good, and you know, she has really stepped forward. I mean, she and Bonner are just sensational.
Yeah.
Satcher Little floats in the lane, puts it up and in.
Now we are watching high-level basketball here.
Satcher Little's starting to come to play. It's back to a 2-point game. McBride was looking at Anoakina. Now she's got it. She's going up against Torrance, who's back in the game. And puts up a tough shot. Good defense from Torrance. Little with the rebound. Over to Taurasi. Taurasi's going to go right down the lane, and a foul called out on the perimeter.
For me, it's very unusual to see final like this with so many zone defense, you know. That's why we also have so many 3-pointers. But normally you never see this in the regular game. That both teams are playing 2-3 defense, zone defense, and they stay in this zone. Even though they are scoring 3-pointers, they believe that this is the best strategic to follow, and they are following.
Well, 8 on the shot clock. Torrance has it. She's a good 1.5 meters behind the line. Now to Griner. Back to Torrance. She has to launch it. She does, and misses everything. McBride. Now Baglova.
This is an important possession. They are leading by 2.
Bonner. Drives, lost it, got it back, put it up. She was hoping to get a foul call, but good no call by the ref.
No, it was not foul.
Inside the Little, and Kanye!
Yeah, nobody was guarding her.
I mean, you know, how in the world Ekaterinburg have come back to tie this game? It's beyond me, because they have not been at their best today. Nadezhda.
But listen, they need to nail these crazy 3-pointers, and but this was the only option, you know, to risk it, to shoot, and the only one that can do that is Ayana Taurasi. She did it, she scored, so they are back now. Everything can happen.
28 remaining.
Yeah, it's an option.
Fans a little bit extra for their money today.
But it's a pity for Nadezhda, because they work really hard all game. They keep all these 10 points difference all the game, and now the last 3 minutes of the game They lost it.
That flurry, so you think that they've lost it? Or they've just
No, they lost
the
the
lead?
10-point lead, yeah.
Well, that flurry of three-pointers, one of the most exciting things I've ever seen in the EuroLeague women. I mean, there was 5 consecutive.
Did you see that before?
Back and forth, back and forth.
And also from
Bonner
8 meters, you know, they didn't score normal from the
Bonner's
6.
was ridiculous.
Bonner, she scored 2 3-pointers from at least 7 meters from.
Yeah,
Wow,
good couple
yeah.
meters. Look at
Here you
that.
have-
And she didn't hesitate. She took it
No.
like it was a layup. This was the answer. Taraji said, I can do that. Although she was a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Well, Enriquez has drawn up the play. Now it's down to his players to execute it. But Little, Tarazi, Griner, Tolliver, and Torrens on the floor for Ekaterinburg. Robinson, Cruz, McBride, Bonner, and Biglova. And it's going to be Biglova and the offensive rebound. And Tarazi thought she took it away from Robinson. Well, she did take it away, but she thought she took it cleanly. Watch this. I'm surprised that it would be Biglova that would end up with it, but she just rimmed out.
No. Here you cannot see it, but.
Looked like Tarazi may have had it clean, but yeah, like you said, we didn't have a good angle. Also, the free throws. They're always important, aren't they?
Yeah, more at this moment.
Sure enough. Robinson makes 1 of 2 and puts Nadezhda back in front. Now, a little bit of pressure back on Ekaterinburg.
And even now they stay with the zone defense, Nadezhda.
Well, they've got Ardashina in there, zone buster, and here's Tarazi! And she hits another three-pointer. It's not surprising,
But it looks like
we've seen it so many times.
I saw it exactly. I saw that before, you know.
Cruz, beautiful play, but Griner there for the block. And just supreme effort. Tarazi 5 of 13 from three-point range, or is it 6 of 14? Anyway, she's got a bunch. Yeah, she's got 6 threes, 6 of 14. And her team has a 2-point lead. She's gonna put up another one. Well, why not? That's what I say. Now Cruz.
Why not? Come on.
They get it to Robinson. She puts it up and draws the foul on Sancho Little.
Yeah, that was a foul.
So yeah, Tarazi 6 of 14 from three-point range. At the free throw line today, Nadezhda. Oh boy, those are vital misses. They're now 7 of 11. She makes the second.
1-point game, last minute.
Tolliver brings it up. Kayla McBride came up, looking to maybe get a trap, but I think Tolliver read that. Now Tarazi, her pass to Little. 6 on the shot clock, and McBride intercepts it. What were they doing? Passing to Ardashina in the corner. The final 30 seconds. Buckle them up, folks. Put on the seatbelt. Get ready. Could be a crazy finish. EuroLeague Women Final. Nadezhda. Oh, Cruz passed it. Ends up back into the hands of Nadezhda. Now Ardashina. And they commit the foul on Ardashina with 15.5 seconds remaining. Incredible. We've seen so much good play and then some sloppy play in the last 15 seconds. Cruz's pass taken away, and right there it looked like Robinson had it, but it was who else? Diana Tarazi got a hand on the pass and knocked it away.
Yeah.
The little things. It's not only
How
the
important-
glamorous things, but the
Here you
little
see
things by Tarazi.
how important it is to use the arms and the hands in basketball, because it's changed. And This is what happened.
They've got 50.5 seconds remaining. Right, go ahead. Just commit the early foul. I mean, they'll go for a steal.
Okay. We have to play fast.
And the
Okay.
other thing is,
First one.
will the Ekaterinburg
First
foul
one. Try to play aggressive.
they have a 3-point lead,
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
so they don't give away
Play
the
aggressive. Play aggressive. Try to steal the ball.
Oh,
On the first
if you
pass.
are lead by 3, they will do the foul for sure. Because now you have Bono, you know, Bono, she can score these crazy 3-pointers, so I don't think they want to risk it. Especially now, McBride and Bonner both are on fire, so I don't want to risk this.
Well, if you're Nadezhda and you're thinking about fouling, and you look at, 4 of 6 from the line today are Ekaterinburg. Messiman's 1 of 2, Tolliver's 1 of 2, Sancho Little is 2 of 2. Tarazi missed a couple on Friday, so you've got some options, but they'd like to get a steal if they could. And I'm guessing they'll just play keep away. No, they're going to have to foul. Watch McBride come up. Oh, she called her in the face with the elbow. Watch this. Watch. It wasn't a straight out elbow, but kind of a sweeping arm motion. And you're not going to call that, are you?
So, 2.
So 2-point lead. And Diana Taurasi, possibly, arguably, the greatest player of her generation, certainly one of them.
Yes, of course.
72-69, and now strategy. Simply, in my opinion, you do not risk it. You let some time go off the clock as they bring it up the floor, and then you foul.
Yeah, well, this is what
you want the ball back in your hands.
Yes, of course, and especially because the Bonner, she can score 3-pointer from the half court. She's able to do this crazy shot. So
on the other hand, if you're Nadezhda, just try to push the ball up quickly and get a layup. Don't necessarily look for the 3. Have you still got enough time? 13.5.
If they have the chance, probably in the first 2 seconds to have an easy layup, they will go to it.
Otherwise, you think
then they will foul. But again, you will foul who?
Well, they're going to anticipate surely that they're going to get fouled. So I don't know how you draw this up.
What are you going to do with the MVP now?
I mean, the good news is you've got Miglova can hit a 3, McBride can hit a 3, Bonner can hit a 3.
Yeah.
I guess Cruz can hit a 3.
I'm wondering why
it's not really her game.
He will put Jedic on the court probably if they...
So they advance the ball, which is important, after the timeout. So McBride's going to pop out. She gets it. And they get it to Bonner, and she puts it up. And Sancho Little with the rebound. They've got a foul. They're running out of time. And Ekaterinburg, somehow, some way, they've gotten out of jail, and they have won the EuroLeague Women Final. We've seen them really in the past implode at the biggest moment. And this time, when it seemed like everything was going against them, they've just done enough.
Well, the stars,
brilliance from Taurasi.
The stars show up because don't forget Greiner. She intimidated. She put a block in a very important. Both not only Diana Taurasi. I think Greiner she did a good job. So that's why you have this player. They showed up at the end of the game.
Tolliver made some big plays. She made the silly play of the intentional foul, but she also made some big plays.
Yeah, she played a good game.
Full marks to the coaching staff in the end because they kind of stuck with what they wanted to do and just kind of got some big plays from those stars. That's why you have them at your club, because you expect them to stand up. That crazy sequence where Cruz threw the ball, Greiner got her hand on it, couldn't quite get it, threw it back in, and Taurasi ended up knocking it away. That was a huge play late in that final minute. And you feel for Nadezhda, because in a way this was their moment. And you don't know that this type of moment is going to come back for them. They played very well for a long stretch of this game. And
no, they play great basketball, and they played really as a team, I think, all the game, but they were not successful the last minute, and then Ekaterinburg, they managed to be in the game, and then they took it, you know, but it's just...
I think from a fan standpoint, it was a pretty good spectacle, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that came out today will like. I think maybe I'm just curious how Ekaterinburg are going to feel about this win, because, you know, for a long stretch they didn't look great, did they?
No. They did. At the end, they found it the way to move, and they started to score. So at the end, this zone defense is all about scoring, you know, because they moved the ball well, but they were struggling and they didn't score. And then this zone defense, it's good or not, depending if you score or not. And this is what happened in the last minutes. And well,
hey, don't forget about Sancho Little. How good was she today?
Oh.
I mean, she was incredible. I mean, it's what you expect out of Little. But look, 18 points, 12 rebounds. I'm guessing, I don't know, it'll be Taurasi that ends up getting the MVP. What a surprise. Bonner could get it for the losing team. You never know. She was incredible. But Sancho Little, 18 points, 12 rebounds, 4 steals.
wow.
She could not have done much more. And it's like you said, she had to really fight for her points.
For me, she's a key player in this team, because she balances all the situations, you know, because you have the big stars who do the big shots, but then you need this player who do the work, who is really strong in defense, and otherwise you will not even be able to close the game and be able to win. So you have to give a lot of credit to Sancho Little. She was a key player.
Absolutely.
Today.
I mean, it's you know, we could talk about it till the cows come home, but this is a, you know, I think it'll go down as one of the more interesting EuroLeague Women Final Fours.
Wow.
The Ekaterinburg, maybe not the dominant force, you know, were they convincing in their semifinal win against Prague? Here you see Juana Bonner. You've got.
No, you see Diana Taurasi went to talk to Diana Bonner. They told before the game that they are best friends, but outside the court.
Yeah, not
inside
on
the court. They are not the best friends.
And it was off the court. So Nadezhda getting some warm applause here. So you had Ekaterinburg winning it back in 2013 when they beat Fenerbahce in the final. Then you had Galatasaray beating Fenerbahce in 2014. Last year you had Prague beating Ekaterinburg. So for Ekaterinburg to have lost again, that would have been a real tough pill to swallow. I mean, that would have been difficult. They have won it. And Roberto Enriquez, who back in 2012 led RUS to the title, he was denied his second as a coach, but instead it's Ekaterinburg. Langa gets his second, and well, thanks for the theater, folks. It was good fun to watch. That flurry of three-pointers back and forth that went there in the fourth quarter was just terrific.
By the way, I read somewhere that Diana Taurasi, she need 25 points to reach the 400 points mark, and she didn't make it. So maybe she was trying to make this record. Do you think?
Nah, she's not.
No, this is.
So Nadezhda are going to be recognized. As you look at the highlights of the game, as the team that finished runners-up here. And
you see Fenerbahce fans, they are all standing up and applauding, giving them a round of applause because they deserve. She's crying.
And Bonner's, I mean, think about it. She invests a lot of time and energy. She's moved her life to Russia for the last 4 years, and it was going to be one of her greatest moments. I think there was no doubt she was the MVP if they were to win. I mean, you never know. She might get it still.
She might get it, yeah.
And Robinson, the Montenegro international, you know, all the way down. I've only got good things to say about Nadezhda because they have really performed well today.
Yeah.
So the award ceremony is underway, and the silver medals being presented. There's Anna Cruz. Anokina, Beglova,
Yeah.
McBride. If I had an all-tournament team, I think I would definitely have McBride on there
Also, yeah.
for her performance today, along with Bonner. And you know what? This is sports, isn't it? You can only have one winner.
Yeah.
And
if you have to choose the best European players in the Final Four, which one?
the best European players in the
Yeah.
Final Four.
Well, Sancho Lido. Sancho Lido.
Where are you from, Spain? I'll choose you.
Sancho Lido, yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, Sancho Little would have to be. I mean, she could get the MVP. You don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Messerman had a really good semifinal from Belgium. I know Akina was really good in the semifinal. But other than that, I mean, you've got Cruz and Torrens had their moments. I thought Cruz played pretty well for the most part.
Yeah. Well, Cruz is also a very important player. Here you have it, her.
She'll be trying to get to the Olympics with Spain.
Yeah.
Bonner will hopefully she'll get serious consideration. I can't just have to look back and see if she was named in that candidate list for the USA. So what's going through the minds right now of Nadezhda?
Nadezhda, you mean?
What's going through the minds of the Nadezhda players?
Well, that you lost a big opportunity, this for sure. This is what you think, that this was our opportunity, and you never know if you're going to have it once again. That's why you feel so bad, because once you have the opportunity and you are so close, you have to take it, and that's, I think that's what they are thinking right now. But this 10 points lead, no? How could that happen? No?
Well, they're posing for the picture. You might want to get a shot of this. So I'm looking here at the finalists, and the ones that were out here today. Greiner, obviously, is a finalist. Well, Jantel Lavender, we saw her play.
Lavender is on the list.
Kayla McBride is a finalist.
Diana Taurasi.
Diana Taurasi, no surprise there. So yeah, so
nobody else.
No Bonner this time.
Bonner is not. Oh my goodness! Wow.
Just goes to show the depth of talent and everything else. And she has to do the difficult job of interviews behind us right now with Turkish TV. And anyway, so wonder what, you know. Both these teams have to go back for the playoffs to play in Russia, and Nadezhda will take on Dynamo Kursk. They will be perhaps emotionally spent. They still got something to play for. And Ekaterinburg now, really, the pressure is off for them. They can judge this season, I think, as having been successful. And wonder what they, you know, as they look to the future, if they decide to keep this thing together, what is it that they'll do to make themselves better?
Oh. I'm looking forward to see the finals from the Russian league, because I think the Russian fans will be happy to see games like this one today. So, and I think they play the best of 5.
So here's Ekaterinburg, they're coming out, and Sancho Little that we spoke about, Olga Ardashina, Evgenia Belyukova, Diana Nolan. She's been there for a decade. Can you believe that? That's incredible. There's Diana Taurasi. I mean, you just every time you get to watch her play, it's like watching history, isn't it?
Yeah,
it really
well,
is.
Like, you always know that she will be the best player in this game. You know,
I don't think she was the best.
Well,
I think she was the best maybe at the important moments, you know, like it.
But this is what the best players are doing. At the most important and hot moment of the game, they will show up, you know.
Yeah.
This is what she always do. And and that's why she's the best player for me now in the world. Even if
I mean, she certainly, for me, was the best player in the semifinal. And today, if she wasn't the best, she was certainly one of the best.
Yeah.
But gosh, I mean, she does the little things. Anyway, little, and she does the big things as well. Little, Ardashina, there you see Belyakova, the Russia international.
Yeah,
Nika Beric, Diana Nolan.
You have Kamil Novak.
Natalia Vieru, yep, Kamil Novak.
Executive Director of FIBA Europe, and Harun Erdenay, President of the Turkish Basketball Federation, delivering the gold medals.
Look at that, another final for Alba Torrens.
Yeah, another one.
Taurazi.
Well, Alba, she has 3 gold medals. Salamanca, Galatasaray, and Ekaterinburg now.
It never gets old for Taurazi. She's going to play until she can't walk.
Listen, Sancho, she has 4 gold medals.
Sancho as well.
4. No. Alba, she has 3, and Sancho has 4, because Sancho, she played Salamanca, RUS, Galatasaray, and Ekaterinburg. So she had 4th title. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
No.
If you can get them. There's Kamil Novak.
And Maxim, the general manager,
Rybakov,
the team manager of the team.
You can see he's relieved.
Yeah.
Looks like he'll be in a good mood for the rest of the day. And obviously Russia has been a dominant team over the years in the EuroLeague Women Final Four, winning it a lot of times. We saw that great run from Spartak Moscow region that included Taurazi.
The MVP, no?
And now we're going to... Who would you predict? Who would you predict right now? Are you going to say Taurazi?
Taurazi.
Yeah, I think so as well. It is indeed Diana Taurazi.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is.
They might want to rename this trophy after her because, I mean, she's won it before. Often she's won this title. Her entire career has been nothing but success, really. Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, going back even in high school, I mean, go to UConn, playing for the legend that is Gino Auriemma. I mean, it's
Jeff, I'm honestly very happy for her because don't forget she skipped the WNBA last year in order to be ready for this moment, you know. So this gives her a lot of credit how committed she is to this club. And then now she's here and she's the MVP.
She's the reason why you go to watch basketball games. I mean, she's the player that you're like, I'll see Taurazi, I'm going to buy that ticket. Yeah. I mean, she's phenomenal.
And she's the captain of the team also, you see?
Look at that. You know, it's a long way back to Ekaterinburg, and it's going to be a happy journey for this team. Unless they're driving in a car, I don't think so. I think they'll probably fly.
And here you have Turgay Demir, President of FIBA Europe, delivering the trophy.
Yeah, the former Turkish Basketball Federation president.
Exactly. So,
and they're going to share it. And let's put it this way. They're not short of star power in this team, are they?
Sorry?
They're not short of star power. They have a lot of stars in Ekaterinburg. They were the heavy favorites. And at the end of the day, they've gotten the job done.
Yeah.
Look at all the Russian internationals there. Belyakova, Ardashina, Vieru, Petrikova.
Yeah.
And Sandy Brondella. Look at Maxim with the Russian flag. Russia, you know, they're not going to be at the Olympics this year.
No.
So at least they've been able to get some trophies on the EuroLeague women club side.
No, it's important that the Russian players, also part of these clubs, they also show their level and they improving because now they are out of the Olympics. But next year they start a new cycle and they need to be in the next cycle. So it's good to have also Russian players being important on the court.
You can see Vieru's father out there wearing a Russia shirt.
Yeah. And also Nadezhda, the Russian players from Nadezhda, today they played really Jerik and Anoikina. So these are players that they are starting to get international experience in these games, what is really important for the future of the national team in Russia.
Yeah, we saw Jerik, Kirillova, perhaps not quite the force that she was before in the Eurobasket women, but nevertheless a good player. Beglova
Legova,
is good. Anoikina.
Yeah.
So interesting talking points all the way around. And Dana Taurasi, yet again, getting an MVP. She'll walk off the court, do some television interviews, and with the medal and the low five, the high five, all the way around. And I'm sure she'd like to make that USA Olympic team. I'm guessing she's already in it, but.
Well, she's.
And she'll want to get back to the
you
top
can
of the
put her
podium
name on
there.
the roster, you know.
And Griner, and Griner's going to cut down the nets. I can't believe she's getting up on a chair. What's that all about? She doesn't need that chair. That's what somebody told her. You don't need a chair, Brittany.
All the team is looking at her.
She's really fun. She's got a great sense of humor. And they are going to be jokes all the way around. Messiman is looking up at Griner right now and thinking, I wonder if I'm going to reach the heights like her. Well, she's got the EuroLeague women title now, the young Belgian, 22 years of age.
Wow, I think she will cut a lot of nets. She will in the next years.
Yeah, she is a special player.
Yeah.
And gosh, Brittany cut down the whole net. I thought she was supposed to take a couple of strands.
No.
They just want to get it done and go get some champagne, perhaps.
It's a tradition. Well, actually, she gave it to Tolliver. Because Tolliver, she needs 2 chairs, probably.
So we are looking at some of the highlights here at the end. We're going to leave you with those. I don't know, Betty, it's been a pleasure working for you. Working with you, rather, for the first time in 4 years. We did it in 2012 in Turkey. For some reason, this is where we always do it. I don't know why.
Well, because I was busy during the Final Four. I worked for FIBA, and I need to do many things. So
it's always the city where East meets West, and that's where I meet you. It's been great. The Ekaterinburg have won it. Congratulations to them. Congratulations for Nadezhda, everybody involved. Congratulations to FIBA Europe, to FIBA, for everybody. Congratulations to basketball.
Yeah.
How about that? It's all about unity, isn't it? Congratulations.
Yeah, it was a basketball party, and I'm very happy to be part of this world, and I enjoy the game. And see you next year.
I will indeed. See you next year, unless something happens. You never know.
We never know.
All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for watching.